As we try to do our best in everything in our lives, you know, sometimes it's a hit or miss, and a lot of the times it's epic failures that you can't redeem yourself on. But with that being said, welcome to Petey Aprendendo Português. We're gonna do the best that we possibly can, even if it leads to nowhere. And I suppose that's the journey of life. It all ends up going nowhere to begin with. So I guess when we left off, we were in third place, and we knew that that would change. We knew that that would be like not that. So, I guess we're gonna have to do maybe 130 XP a day. I'm not sure how this is gonna go, but we'll find out real soon. We're gonna take a look at the friend quest for this week, and also 1,000. Actually, let's say goodbye to yesterday. Let's keep track of what yesterday was, and so we can move forward in our lives reluctantly as we do. 1,853 days. Goodbye to that, and some friend streaks have been accomplished. And let's say hello to 1,854 days on the day streak. Yeah, see you in a sec. Let's do our best. And as we move on in our lives, so it looks like we're on, yeah, we're in 12th place. Let's take a look at the friend quest. Siggy. Okay, so complete 45 lessons. And he already did 5. So my trust in that. Yeah, let's crush this quest, man. I think he's gonna be a good partner this week. If he's already done 5, I'm like super stoked. I am super stoked. We'll try, I don't know. It's only Tuesday. But Wednesday, Thursday is always a big doozy. So let's see where we could start. Oh, last time we met our heroes, we forgot to open this chest. I want to see what this is all about. I wanted to leave that as a little thing for the beginning of this one. All right, we got gems. That's all that was. Okay. All right, I thought that would be a little more. So I'm not really too. I guess we'll start with the warm up, as we normally do, and I think maybe we'll do warm up, discuss childhood shopping memories, then we'll do like another practice. So let's listen up here, and then move forward from there. Listen up, then go back and forth until we get sick of this for the day. I'd like to shoot through 10. Part of me wants to just kind of take my time like I've been doing every week, or been trying to do every week, but here we go.
Aulas na escola. Dar aulas na escola.
Teaching at the school.
Ele tomava banho de mar todos os dias. Ele tomava banho de mar todos os dias.
He went swimming in the sea every day.
Minha avó cozinhava bolos deliciosos. Deliciosos.
What is it? My grandmother cooks cakes, baked cakes or just delicious cakes. Grandmother. Okay, avó. I don't know I know somebody on Tandem, I think was the app. They explained it to me that yeah, there's like a difference in the accent, and I couldn't get it. And I think I do. It's avó versus avó. Like, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but there's that to it. So there we go.
Nós nadávamos no rio todos os dias. Nós nadávamos no rio todos os dias.
We used to swim in the river every day.
A casa dos meus avós é calma. A casa dos meus. A casa dos meus avós é calma. É calma.
The house of my grandparents is peaceful.
Ele
Alright.
aprendeu uma piada nova toda semana. Ele aprendeu uma piada nova toda semana.
He learned a new joke every week. He learned a new joke every week.
Nessa sala de aula.
Oh crap, keep learning. Nessa sala de aula. I almost closed that one out. Whoopsie. In this classroom.
O açougue da esquina. O açougue da esquina.
The butcher shop on the corner.
Minha avó sonhava em aprender piano. Avó. Minha avó sonhava em aprender piano. Em aprender piano.
My grandmother dreamed of learning the piano.
O divórcio do tio.
Okay, the divorce of the aunt.
O
Okay, we're going to do in his hand. Divorcio
divórcio do tio.
of the uncle, excuse me. I got those mixed up. And let's see. Okay, let's see. The uncle's divorce. Oh, we didn't hit continue. There we go. I was waiting for it to load. But let's take a look at that flame. What day is it today? And boom, 1,854 days on the day streak. Keeping that flame going, keeping it alive. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. 1,854 days. Boy, oh boy, we did it. And look at this fabulous queen right here. And let's just continue on. DuoCon is done. I think, yeah, it's the last day of September. Tomorrow we're starting up pretty strong. And boom, 1854 on the day streak. Keeping up Tuesday, relatively good. And yeah, well, let's see that instant replay again. Yeah. There we go. Story complete. Let's claim some cheesy peas. Daily quest update. And 1854 on a Tuesday. Good, good, good. Good for us. Now, since it's going to be the start of the next month, we'll probably ramp it up a little bit more. But I think this is going to be a calmer day. It's a Tuesday. Is it a Tuesday? Man, already my second. Okay, we ended up demoting, like almost demoting somebody. We were in like 12th place a minute ago. Man, hey, see, I'm rooting on. Yesterday I was rooting for this Peter guy, and he's like borking me right now. And also Mark Chu is probably gonna overtake us too. This is gonna be another clusterfuck, and I hate this. That it has to be so hyper competitive. I don't want it to be. I'm tired, and I just want the nightmare to end. Dare I say. Hey, you know what? Sig Cypher sent me an XP boost. I guess I'm staying a little longer. Yeah. All right. That answers that. Let's send one back. And yeah, we got double XP for another set of time. There's hope that, you know, our allies have helped us through this perilous time. Oh, last minute. What point if Fiery Joe got the September badge? That's insane. But, oh, I guess Rage Cage unfollowed me. Oh, well. Oh, wow. Pam really yoinked us here. Yeah, so I guess I'll be petering between, I guess, 11th or 12th place. I don't know. I'm going to stop talking and get things going. let's do childhood shopping memories. We're not going to obsess too much about the XP for this week, but at least we'll get one thing done.
Colcha.
Quilt.
Rã.
That's frog.
Lençol.
Sheet.
Monstro.
Monster.
Eu gostava de ir
Eu gostava de ir às lojas com meus pais. I used to like going to the store with my parents.
Direito.
Right. Law.
Toalha.
Towel.
Boneca.
Boneca.
Eu
Das
entendia pouco de matemática.
I don't understand much about mathematics.
Monstro.
Monster.
Lá fora.
Outside.
Panela.
Pot.
Guerra.
War.
Eu nunca entendia como funcionava.
I never understood how it worked.
Eles ficavam animados com a época de Natal.
Eles ficavam animados. Eles ficavam animados com a época de Natal. They were excited about Christmas
uma
season.
boneca grande.
A big doll.
Vamos comprar uma rã de brinquedo para ele. Rua. Rã.
Let's buy him a toy frog. I think bonecas. Comprávamos bonecas em lojas de brinquedos. We used to buy dolls at the toy stores.
Entendia.
Nunca entendia.
Entendia os preços.
Never understood the prices. In the park. New parky? Pelo? Is it really pelo? Também corria pelo parque todos os dias. I also used to run to the park every day.
Monstro. Grande.
A big monster.
Antes, eu preferia doces a salgados. Antes.
Before, I prefer what I used to prefer. Used to prefer sweets to savory. Savory snacks. Okay. I don't like how there's no context. It's like savory what? You know, it's like your school teacher used to say, "Oh, like savory like you know, like what is it? For what? Gummy bears? Blueberries? Like for what? You got to tell me what you're referring to. Otherwise, I'm not going to know what you're talking about. Oh, savory snacks, lunches. I would have understood that. That like there's too much slang in Brazil sometimes. I don't know. I don't mean to be so crotchety, but it's one of those days. Eu os brinquedos used to prefer new toys. Comprávamos brinquedo de ha. Okay. Ha de brinquedo. Vamos comprar. No. Let's buy. Vamos comprar. Not we used to buy. Para ele. Okay. Eu preferia. Eu sempre. What is it? Preferia brinquedos azuis. There we go. Okay. Vamos comprar. Vamos. Or it's compramos. Brinquedo de ha para ele. Yes. Okay. We got it. And I actually was like kind of present there when I was working on that, so that's pretty good. Hey, you know, it knocked our markers a little higher. And we're in 13th place. I might just want to get to like maybe 250. I'm not going to try super hard, but I'm also not going to slouch here. I'm not going to be a slouch. So let's try to... We made a mistake, but You know, it's not going to be so death-defying that it's like the end of the world. So let's do a speaking, live our lives, do the best we can.
Encontramos ele no
Encontramos ele no parque. We found him in the park.
Tão feliz como sempre.
Tão feliz como sempre. As happy as ever.
Sugerir café.
Sugerir café. Sugerir. Suggest a café.
A família da alemã já chegou?
A família da alemã chegou. A família da alemã. Has the German woman's family arrived yet?
Posso explicar depois.
Posso explicar depois. Posso explicar depois. Posso explicar depois.
Ela não responde.
Ela não responde, então está ocupada. Ocupada. Was it? She's not answering. Could she be busy? Like preocupada, right?
Que
Preocupada.
conselho você recebeu sobre isso?
Que conselho você recebeu sobre isso? What advice did you receive about
A
this?
verdade é que me preocupo muito com você.
A verdade é que me preocupo muito com você. The truth is I care a lot about you.
E aí, você já falou com sua família?
E aí, você já falou com sua família? So have you talked to your family yet?
Você está ansioso pelo próximo encontro às cegas?
Você está ansioso pelo próximo encontro às cegas? Are you excited about the upcoming blind date? Okay. Practice complete. Alright, we get all the daily quests complete. 7 gemmy gems and also the 14 to that. And it looks like we are 2:30. 2:30. It's a dentist joke. Oh, we didn't even finish 5 lessons? Really? Did that not count? What the heck? I thought I did 2 passively. All right, well, I guess that doesn't count for anything now. We got 6 minutes though. I was hoping to get to 10 at some point. I guess I am taking my time. Oh yeah, we did 3 firstly. Yeah, we did the main lesson. Yeah, I guess it was only 4 lessons. We're taking our time. We're actually caring. And you know what? I'll do this mistake eraser. Let's buy him a toy frog just so we could get 1 lesson in. Vamos. I'm gonna do compramos brinquedo para ele. Okay, vamos comprar brinquedo para ele. All right, I guess that's the only way to do it. But we did double XP to 2. It was 1 XP, 50% good. Wow. Flip of a coin there. But yeah, that's 4 perfect lessons. Oh, fuck. They're perfect lessons you got to complete? Shit. No wonder I didn't get any good. So, all right, this is going to be one of those pain in the ass weeks, isn't it? Ah, fuck. I don't mean to swear, but god damn it. Eu vi que a praia é muito tropical. Eles acreditam que o lugar mais romântico precisa de guardanapo. Vou contar segredo sobre o bolo. Você conhece muitos convidamos ou quer mudar de assunto. A cerimônia aconteceu em jardim bonito. This is what I'm going to do for the whole. Acho que eles não estão muito confortáveis. I think they aren't very comfortable. Muitos mariscos. Muitos mariscos. There we go.
Enfim, o bolo está maravilhoso.
Enfim, o bolo está maravilhoso. Finally, the cake is marvelous. Falaram que o casamento deles durou o dia todo. They said their wedding lasted all day. Okay. So we did that. We're doing 11. Okay, I guess we're in 11th place now. That is something that we did. And we also got 5 perfect lessons. So what I could do is I could just do the 5 and just rest on whatever that would be. And then that'll be good. Yeah. I'm going to try. I don't know. I don't like the pressure of getting 100% right, like perfect lessons. I freaking hate those so much. I wish I knew I read it more clearly. But I guess maybe to change it up, let's do a matchy match. Just so we're square on that. United States.
Estados Unidos.
How interesting.
Que interessante.
Give
Então,
with me.
comigo.
Later, mais tarde.
Moçambicano.
What the fuck is a Mozambican?
Molhado.
Salted.
Carta.
A molhado is
Molhado.
wet. Or sopped.
Estados Unidos.
America.
Carta.
Letter.
Dão.
Give.
Que interessante.
How interesting.
Vinagre. Vinagre.
What'd you call me?
Debaixo de.
Under?
Tesoura.
I don't know what that.
Italiano.
Italian.
Comigo.
With me.
Salgado.
Salty.
Mais tarde. Mais tarde.
Later.
Tesoura.
Scissors. Salted. How interesting. Sabonete later, mais tarde. United States. Good. Boom. Shy. Chimido. Shopping for comprar with me. Comigo. Vinagre. Scissors. Tesora. Specialist. Special. Italiano. Letter. Carta. Give. Thou. Stop. Debaixo. I don't know what's. Oh, sopped is molhado. Stamp. Selo under debaixo de. Mozambicano. Okay. German. Alima funk is funk. I don't know why I didn't know what funk was. I'm not that funky. Funky, funky, funky. Oh, crap. I'm going to be in tournament league, aren't I? Oh, I'm so close to tournaments. Honestly, if I start the day a little bit more forward than not, I'm okay with that. Like, I'm like the last minute kerscuffle was so stressful. Sempre contava histórias interessantes na aula. Sonhar em dançar. Em dançar. Minha avó estudava em uma escola pequena. Frequentemente ele precisa no Rio. Minha avó adorou sua graduação. Yeah. Minhas tias falavam sobre os domingos calmos. Yeah. Ele aprendeu minha piada nova toda semana. Seu filho único. Ele nos deixou histórias sobre sua vida de agricultura. Uma pessoa aberta. An open person. Yeah, I think I'm just... Yeah, I rushed through that. That's fine. I think I'm in the camp of... I've got a rehearsal tomorrow. I've got a rehearsal Thursday. I'm just going to batten down the hatches and hope for the best in that. Maybe earning like 150 XP a day is the way. I don't know. I think today was like... I think it was a little bit more than that today. But with 20 seconds left on the clock for double XP, I think we did a good job for what it's worth. And, you know, today was a pretty solid day at work, back from vacation and all that stuff. But with 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off. We are good to go for the day on all of that stuff. So, hey, October just started in Brazil. Oh, you double sent it. That's okay. That sometimes happens to me too. Oh yeah, it's midnight in Brazil. Happy October. I guess this is the first time to congratulate. Spooky season. All things orange and purple, I think. I don't know if you guys believe in... I don't mean to say this jokingly. You guys believe in God and Jesus and stuff. So like all this like ghouls and goblins and werewolves and vampires, that has no place. Like Halloween isn't as celebrated because of how... I think rightfully religious you guys are. I think Brazil is going to be the next, like, amazing place that's going to take over the world. And I hope to ride the wave to that because it's a beautiful. I'm happy to and humbled to visit that infamous location. And it lifts my spirits up every time I come back and refreshed and ready for hoping in the world. Because let's face it, if we're playing Zelda, and Link to the Past, where I'm at right now is Dark World. Anytime I go to Brazil, everything's nice and sunny. I know that there's like crackheads on the street and black markets and people stab each other and on bus stations. You get that in America too. But at least the weather's nice and you got beaches that are not too bad. I consider you guys like Light World. In my messed up imagination. I feel like you guys are the protagonists and I'm just stuffy, like miserable. I mean, people from I guess people from what's the word? People from Brazil will I just got distracted by a text message. I think you kind of get my point. Link to the Past, Light World and Dark World, what have you. I don't know. I thought it was interesting. But I like this ring, by the way. Isn't that cool? My parents got it for me while they were vacationing in their vacation spot. Oh, I'm too tired. I burned myself out emotionally from losing a friend today. So I apologize if I'm a little scatterbrained for tonight, but things happen. People seem to come and go in my life, and it's kind of like this stream, It's no different. And I suppose coming back to Dark World, the harsh reality, and just how miserable everybody is. Everybody's fucked up, like mentally, even including myself. Like I feel like I've had a lot of crash outs, as the kids would say. And honestly, can you blame us? But it's also something about microplastics in the water, I could say, maybe lead. Or just the fact that, like, there's no proper disposal of psychiatric drugs, so it ends up in the water supply, and maybe that's why we're fucked up. Hard to say. Brain-damaging foods. I am very much for the current Secretary of Health despite popular belief of hating Trump and all that stuff. I feel like RFK is a good guy, and that is, say what you will. He's I know it's common in London, but in Brazil, I didn't see anybody getting stabbed where I live, luckily. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see anybody getting stabbed in bus stations locally. I live in a safer neighborhood. But let's be real here. They just murdered a guy that's about my age in cold blood for just having a public discourse, like exchange of ideas in colleges. You're going to Victor. You're going to Victor right now, college. You're going to college right now, Victor. Isn't college supposed to be just an open dialogue of different ideas? Diversity. I love diversity. You know what I also like in diversity? Diversity of not only culture, skin color, all that stuff. Diversity of the way the brain works. I don't give a shit about, I give maybe 10% of a shit. It's not that I don't give any shit. I give about 10% of a shit of diversity ethnically and all that stuff. The rest of it is the mind, because the mind is more important, A lot of, being a simp to a lot of girls in my youth has led me to, they got personalities, thinking that, hey, they got personalities too. I should really think about that. let's see. But that's I guess my vague thesis on what's going on here. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's no like, well, let's point to that one guy that like sliced the neck of this like Ukrainian girl, and then like 2 days go by, then Charlie Kirk gets assassinated. Then the day after that, it's the 9/11 anniversary. Then like that Saturday, it like somebody shoots up a church, and then like I don't know, it's just one after another. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know if it's like a false flag or what have you, or just people that are riled up and crazy, or maybe there's energy devices as like my phone glitches out, my webcam glitches out. Like there's energy devices in our phones that like it's what 6G is and can permeate through the cell walls of the brain cell membrane to program our minds and energies in these pivotal times to get us to fight one another or to be at least aggressive or agitated. That is, I don't know, that's a bit of a spacey opinion. It's a bit conspiratorial. My opinion will never see the light of day because I'm bad with marketing, but also, you know, I don't want any like somebody to knock down my door and kill my dog here about it when it comes to 3-letter organizations. No, it's not. I would say like for America, it's like, yeah, and London, you make a good point about London. Like it's like a third world country. And it's so crazy how like you get rid of the guns, it doesn't get rid of the violent people and the mental anguish of violent people. And it's really just like you've got a bad culture. It's all bad culture. Yeah, and culture is in not as a people, but an environment that cultivates a culture. You know, if you got like houses that are squished to right next to each other, the intuition, the instinct is to be territorial for what little piece of land that you have. And that's I think that's why when I go to like more urban places, there are more agitated, angry people that hate other people. They don't have a choice. They're stuck. They're close next to each other. And whereas like the rural people, they also hate people. So they find the opportunity to get as far away as possible, and then they're as happy as can be because they got a big open land in the middle of nowhere that they have to drive like 30 minutes to an hour to get anywhere. But at least, you know, they could go home and like they know that it's kind of an escape. Huh. Oh. That's weird. Huh. Malfunctioning stuff, indeed. But anyway, Victor, I wish we did talk on like Instagrams and stuff. I don't think you're on Facebook, but you know, I started revamping that because of that new band I joined, and now I'm there. And now I have another doom scrolling addiction. And honestly, I re-met. Funny story about all that too. And I'm just going to vent for a little bit. You know, I made a friend, or I reconnected with a friend from college, right? And we spent from December, and this is like every Sunday, we've been collaborating on this one song, and it's almost done. And it led to just like our friendship being completely and utterly destroyed. And I'm really not happy about it. I did the best that I can to like be an advocate and just try to be there for a friend, and I guess I'm just a bad friend. And you know, I feel like a failure sometimes, all the time. you know, when I can't keep friends. I couldn't keep my buddy Graham. I don't think anybody knew. I don't think I ever like made a montage video of him, but because I was too shocked, and like that next Tuesday Bunny passed away. But it's just like, I don't know. I feel like losing, you know, a guy like Charlie Kirk. I didn't even like agree with everything. I don't know. I hardly agreed with a lot of the stuff he said. But he was still like a person that said things like I'm saying right now around my age that got freaking shot in the neck. And I don't know if I don't know what the official story is, or what we'll never know. But that part of it shook me. I think that there's a big like energy spike, negative energy spike in the nation, maybe globally. I don't know how big of a ripple effect happened, but there's just evil people out there. There's just people that are I don't know. There's just people out there that just prey on the innocence of I don't know, just anybody that can be easily taken, like just good, nice, benevolent, down to earth people that just want to see the best of anything. I'm trying to send a video of something positive. You know, Naya got presents for my parents, and I also got them stuff too. And that's what I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on maybe I'm gonna be more Christian. I mean, I've been wearing this. This is passed down by my grandmother. I never really went to church. I think the last time I really volunteered to go to church was always with my grandma. And, you know, it's not like I didn't believe in Jesus and Christianity and all that stuff, but it's just I don't know. I just feel like the whole thing with the Vatican and like shuffling priests around that are like, you know, diddlers and stuff, that was a big detriment for why I never started. A lot of people were kind of mean to me about like and nitpicky about what I do at a church. Like I'm supposed to kneel down on my right knee and then do the sign of the cross, up, down, left, right, you know. Like it's a video game. Am I gonna unlock a Jesus cheat code? No, it's silly. Some of the ritualistic stuff is silly to me. You know, it comes from the heart, you know, any spiritual benevolence. And hopefully it's benevolence and not just demons manipulating you to do, you know, their bidding. Which bringing me back to like what happened to Charlie. I guess I never really had an opportunity to talk about it, and it's not like anybody's listening too hard, you know. I only get like 1 or 2 viewers every so often. And maybe it's because I'm not sincere anymore. Maybe it's because I've been traumatized so much that I just kind of, all right, welcome to Petey Aprendendo Português, and I'm just kind of nonchalant, blank slate way of a personality, which the friend that I lost a friendship with today has done. That's the unfortunate thing, you know. It's like they're just like totally done, you know. And I wish I could say that I wasn't to blame, but it's just, and it's not even because I'm like, ooh, I'm like an evil, toxic piece of shit. It's just, I don't know. I just, you can't win them all. I couldn't save Graham. I couldn't save Mark. Graham passed away. I feel like I could have rekindled his friendship. Mark, though, like he was a guy that I worked on. I think I actually streamed his video game, and I worked on the opening intro song, and it was super fun. And I loved working with him, and he was a good guy. And just even now, like, I can't seem to keep friends anymore. Yeah, I had a friend before I met Naya, And here's the irony of it too. Like, I met Naya 2022, right? Pandemic was kind of still the hot button thing. I traveled the world to see her. And I wanted to give Mark a call because I've been talking to him every day. And I'm just like, hey, man, I'm figuring it out. I'm getting things going in my life, you know? And I feel like I activated some sort of like insecurity that like forced him to like shun me in a sense. And of course, we would take it personally. I mean, how can you not? What did I do or say to like lose a friend? And I don't think I've ever been this open before in that, but I'm just kind of like, screw it, you know? Like, what do I have to lose anymore? You know, I'm not talking crap about these people. I still wish them well, and I still love them. But it's just, you know, it's hard sometimes, you know? It's really hard sometimes to just be a supporting character in another person's life so that maybe one day they can uplift themselves or feel better about their lives, or, you know, get to, you know, maybe it'll inspire them to get to keep at it, you know, to keep it going. And I just, sometimes you just can't. And some people don't want to be helped, and some people just need to go at their own pace, and I just get too excited, and you know, that's pretty much it. I really wish that there was a better way to describe that, I suppose. But it's I don't know, just the constant feeling of being a goddamn like failure to all of this. It's just always discouraging. And there's never a dull moment in that in which I feel like I could, you know, you always wonder, like, maybe you could have done something better. Maybe you could have said something different. Maybe you could have, like, influenced them in a better way. It's part of why I feel like I see like TikTok people or like YouTube people that are just fucking idiots. They're just fucking idiots. And maybe there's like some like relatability to just being goofy, dummy stupidness. I used to be able to be that goofy goober and just be like joyous and playful and all that stuff. But like there was a point in my time, like maybe like around 2016, where I'm just like not happy with like anything. Like even video games, even like things that used to make me feel happy, like movies, video games, TV shows. Yeah, I mean, I just kind of watch movies and TV shows out of habit now. It's like not even, yeah, it's not anything other than that. I don't know. Man, I've been here for like solid 15 minutes talking about this. No, I met Naya before I started streaming Duolingos. I met Naya in 2020. I met Naya in person. Let me reiterate. I met Naya in person 2022. I've known her since 2020. She's the reason why I started. Like, that's the plot twist. I kind of alluded to, like, oh, you know, I started Duolingos because of, like, did I say because it was of hot babes? I think that was what I was saying in the beginning. And then Naya kind of emerged into my life later on. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, she emerged later on. Like, I think day 600 when I was in person with her. She was so beautiful in that video. It's still beautiful now. I could attest to that because I saw her in person recently, and that was wonderful. So yeah, I guess that's the gist of it. You know, and the funny thing is, like, I had this conversation about like, you can't keep friends as an adult. It's so hard to keep friends. My dad works so freaking hard to be an accommodating person to keep friends. And I just don't understand what's going on. It's just like, I feel like anything I do, I'm kind of like, I don't know if it's like I'm like I don't even want to take on like this victim mentality, but it's just like, man, every time I try to like go all out, I try to like do my best to just be nice and to like help people and to just like hear them out and, you know, be a friend and, you know, make food and shit and just, it all just going to nothing. Super discouraging. And honestly, like, the advice I got recently while I was in Brazil was, that's why I don't have friends. That's why I don't really care about anybody but myself. Maybe that's the right way to think about it. Because I see a lot of selfish people out there, and maybe they're selfish out of defense. But, you know, it's good that you get it. I'm assuming you like what I was saying earlier. But I kind of like, I hate saying it, but I didn't reveal her because it's like I didn't even know she was going to be there for me. Like, I didn't know she was going to, like, she was actually serious about having a relationship with me. So it's like I kind of kept it open. I kind of kept it open, closed. I was very committed to her. Then after a while, it's just like, all right, is this going to be a thing? Do I have to start, like, I have like a language where I'm just learning Portuguese, you know, that could open up your world to other people to meet, which I'm not going to do now, now that I met her. But like leading up to that point, it was like 2 years until I met her in person. You know, all the crappy communication and all that stuff. You know, it's can be disheartening, and I feel like that ruins friendships too, you know, just because like if you leave things uncommunicated with, you know, maybe like infectious thoughts of even just like thinking of concocting up stories about someone that for some reason they're not talking to you is what the reasoning would be. I don't know. I'm not making sense right now. I'm tired. I woke up at like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's like 4 hours, 4.5 hours agonizing. I took a nap. So I was home. I think I took a nap at like maybe 4 to 7, 4:30 to 7. I was tired. I think it might have been actually 5 to 7. I just woke up, you know, had like a friend breakup and just spent 3 hours sending voice messages back and forth and stuff like that. And then, you know, I did some cleaning. Didn't even eat yet. I didn't even eat dinner. I'm tired. Like, I'm really tired of the negativity in my life. And it's not because it's just, I'm not blaming people for that. It's just, it happens. It cultivates, people come into your life that, you know, they can't get over the negativity, their negative selves. And they end up succumbing to the darkness that, you know, suffocates them. And when somebody shows them, it's strange. You know, I'm not trying to be like benevolent, like I'm wearing a Catholic Jesus wristband, so I'm better than everyone. But there comes a time, I guess, where it's just, no. When you shine the light towards people, they, you know, the gremlin, Skeksis, like darkness side of themselves, their shadow self ends up dispersing, and it could be jarring. And I'm afraid of that myself too. And it's just, I guess being that person for someone makes me the bad guy. Kind of like the light being in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's kind of a cool belief You know, if you defeat the light being at the end of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, everything is in darkness. But if everything turns black, but if you defeat the darkness, everything turns white. Point is not destroying darkness or destroying light. It's destroying both of the evil darkness and light beings so that the universe can be a even balance of yin and yang, light and darkness. So I think I'll leave it at that. That's kind of a beautiful way to stop that. Here's to, you know, me publishing that song one day and getting the getting things going with that. And yeah, so let's rejoice on this day, this last day of a friendship and all that stuff, and of 1,854 days on the day streak. Let's take a look at that flame one last time. Boom, bam, baby. There we go. 1854 on the day streak. 1,854 days on the day streak. And as always, muito obrigado por assistir. Boa noite. Ciao, ciao for now. Take care. Ati próxima. I'm going to go to bed because I am tired. I'm emotionally exhausted. Back in Dark World. Oh, man. It was such a cortisol relief of just, you know, being with Naya and then just going back to here is just smack in the face. Guess you lost a friend over 9 days. So I'll try to get over it, but it's going to take a while. But at least we made the most of the day. And at least I had a chance to vent. Maybe I'm going to vent more on this stream of how I'm such a lonely idiot who can't seem to keep a friend. But until then, I loved going to Brazil. I'm still going to try to be positive. I'm still going to try to make friends. Because inevitably, you just have to keep that influx of friends coming in because it's just going to be a revolving door at this point. They're going to come in, leave, come in, leave, come in, leave. Yeah, who needs you? It's too much. And ciao, ciao for now. Take care.